Hello everybody, welcome back to this week's Dark Avenger Comic review. We're in part 3. I try hard, guys. Don't think I do this on purpose, but it just happens. Anyway,
like what we do, though.
Invincible Iron Man 524, and I said if in this issue Tony Stark does not get in that armor and start doing stuff, I'm dropping this book. And he does, so don't worry. We have Iron Man, or Rhodey Iron Man, versus the rescue armor, due to the fact that the rescue armor has gone plumb loco in love. As well as people from the last issue, there was a someone ratted out Tony Stark, saying that Tony Stark, during the time the cameras were off, said that he wants to start a revolution or whatever, you know, get people against Mandarin. And he's like, well, check my equipment, check my stuff. Am I lying? And it turns out him and Stain actually changed the vest and also altered his memory, so that not altered his memory, but fixed the internal reading. So this way, Mandarin has no clue. And there are 4 people that join, 3 people that join Iron Man and Stain, and that's Blizzard, Living Laser, and Whirlwind. And also, back at Stark Resilient, they find where Tony Stark is being held, and that's in China. Tony Stark's working double time to finish all of the armor and everything, so that this way they'll be able to stand up against Mandarin. And it turns out, here's a huge spoiler, and I hope this woman dies before this series lets out. Hammer was promoted to where the general was, and Pepper goes to her and says, we need to go to China, we found Tony. She's like, why do you think Tony Stark's in China? How do you know? She's like, you know what, it doesn't matter. You have no clearance, and stay about 100 years out of China. Let's call it and get out. She calls Mandarin and says that they know where he is and where Tony Stark is. Mandarin goes nuts, sends people after Tony Stark. However, and with the best page in the world, with the armoring up, it's too late. Tony Stark's ready to go, and so is his team. Turns out the bombs aren't going off, and it's such a great splash page. I hope you guys don't mind this spoiler, but it's just such an awesome splash page. If you don't want to see it, fast forward about 20, maybe 10, 15 seconds in, but this is the best splash page ever. And I'm eager now, especially for the next issue, because now I know it's going to be, as you can see, this is the next issue's cover. It's do or die time, that's it. There's no more pussyfooting around. There's no more talking. Tony Stark's done his last ruse against Mandarin for issue 525 all the way through until the last issue. There's 1 more issue this month and 2 more to finish off next month, and then we're going into the new #1s, my friends. I believe in October there's only a few issue #1s. Iron Man #1 isn't coming out until, I believe, November. I believe. No, it's
in the middle of October?
Maybe. I don't remember. I remember the solicitations. I gotta figure it out. But anyway, next month ends Iron Man. And it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be humongous. I believe it's next month. I'm gonna feel really stupid if I'm wrong, but we're gonna get through September. Can't wait for the next issue. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be cataclysmic. And if they don't kill Hammer, I hope she dies somewhere during the Marvel Now time. Can't stand that. Colorful. Enter colorful word here.
Okay.
Definitely should check out Iron Man. Definitely should check out Iron Man, but if you haven't been reading it right along, wait till Marvel Now. I know a lot of people are jumping onto Iron Man when Marvel Now starts, and that's actually a very, very smart idea. Mike, your last book of the week?
And based on the shirt I am wearing.
You know, Greg Rucka's run is about to end also on this book.
No, where did you hear that?
You have a little bit of ink here too, so
that wasn't me.
No, it's on the cover. It's probably from me. It's gonna end.
Why?
Right. His time is up. I think it's ending in another month or so. My friend Ben told me, Gambit, you know, the person I've been running. Yeah. He said that he's run ended.
That's so sad, but here it is, The Punisher, issue number 15. This issue was wow. Even the ending part was really amazing. I'm gonna spoil it, so I'll tell you guys when. I'm gonna be careful if you didn't see the last.
You've already ruined it.
How did I ruin it?
You've ruined it before, apparently. It's been there for a
I'm
bit.
going to put it down then. So basically, it talks about Chris, not you, Chris.
I don't
This
want
Chris.
to meet Chris.
That's going.
It's amazing hands can do that to ink on covers. This is why they gotta fix the cover inks.
Yes. So he feels bad that Stephanie died due to what Rachel did in the last issue. So he says that they're not going to walk away so easily. So Detective Bolt and Walter get a call that something's happening.
I want a hot dog now after seeing him eating the hot dog
at the bank. And really, Chris is doing all the killing. And then when they're hearing the shooting, the police, guess who they think it is? The Punisher, because Chris calls out to them saying that the Punisher's killing everybody, you know, we don't know what else to do. So as the issue keeps going, they think the Punisher's doing all this, whereas he isn't. Let me show good art, since I want to show good art that's not so, hold on a second. Yeah. This one right here. Yeah, thank you. So, in the end, the team goes in with the gas, and, yeah, Rachel and Punisher, they start to kill people, and spoiler, if you want to fast forward, now is the best time. Rachel finds out that she shot Detective Walter. Oh, I'm sorry, Detective Bolt, or is it Walter?
It says Walter.
Yeah, Walter, yeah. Sorry. Detective Walter, and it ends with them, the Punisher and Rachel walking off, and him not answering his walkie-talkie. Yeah. Next issue is this amazing cover. Yeah. So, that's what made me say, wow, for this issue. Just seeing that happen. I do have to mention, though, I did say this on live, the cover, they made the Punisher look like a midget, sort of. It's like, he's like...
No, it's above.
It's above, but it looks like, I mean, that's not what he looks like. I mean, I don't know, but looking over that, it's a really great issue, guys. I can't wait to see what happens next for if Detective Walter is going to be alive. And let's hope he is. Oh, yeah. And that's it for this week.
Next issue is Amazing Spider-Man 693, where it's all about Alpha. Jackal wants to clone Alpha, so he'll have his little Alpha team. It ends with the Fantastic Four going into the center of the Earth and telling Pete that he can't go with them because he has to watch out for Alpha. Pete's trying to take a break. He has this heart-to-heart with Mary Jane, and which leads me once again into believing that in issue 700, if something big's going to happen, it's going to end up being the death of Mary Jane. I just have a feeling. I could be wrong, and I pray to God I'm wrong.
I hope you're wrong.
So Alpha gets kidnapped by the Jackal, and it's up to Pete to find him. Aunt May and Jay make an appearance for one page. Him and Max Modell try to make an Alpha tracker, basically, so they can track where Alpha is. Pete tries to quit. He actually says, "This is all my fault. I think after this I'm going to leave." And then Max Modell tells him, you know, because you work with Spider-Man, and we're helping you help him, it makes us all feel like heroes. We all get to be heroes at that moment. I wouldn't trade that for anything. So if you don't mind, I'd like to finish building this and help Spider-Man save the day again. And then Pete's like, okay, so he's not leaving. So Pete gets the Alpha tracker, tracks him down to where Jackal is. Spider-Man versus Jackal.
Green Goblin.
Turns out the clones of Alpha have no Alpha power. Apparently it's only in Alpha's body. You can't replicate it through clones. Alpha breaks free. He goes ape. He goes crazy when he... I was going to say ape.
Well, you can go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, when Jackal tries to harvest the Alpha out of him, and Spider-Man's like, if you don't get out of there, he's going to get you, and he's going to pull it out, and he's like, no, that's not what I was trying to do, and then Alpha just goes crazy. Yeah, the clones don't make it, nobody makes it, and basically Alpha saves the day, but Pete makes a decision throughout all this He's like, I'll give you one more shot, but you gotta do me a favor. Alpha leaves Horizon, and the FF actually believes Spider-Man. Reed Richards believes that he could still do it with Alpha, but in his lab, basically, he promised Alpha he wanted to run a few tests before he could make him into an Avenger, you know, and set him up. Mary Jane shows up, and he's like, he's just not worthy. And she's like, you have a say in that? He's like, damn straight. His power is my responsibility. That gives me all the say I need. And I say Alpha no more. Mm-hmm. To be continued.
Wow, you know what that looks like? Superman versus Spider-Man cover.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is. It's actually an homage, I believe, to the Superman Spider-Man cover.
The same way.
Now, once again, Spidey and Mary Jane are getting closer. This is all leading into Spider-Man being the reason why if Alpha goes rogue or evil, it's going to be Peter Parker's fault, or actually Spider-Man's fault, because he's going to find out, Alpha's going to find out that Spider-Man's trying to take his powers away, or find a way to get rid of Alpha's powers, and when he does, before he loses his powers, he's going to go out against Spider-Man, and I don't know what issue 700 is going to do in the world of Spider-Man, but I just have a feeling that Pete's doing this to himself now. He's getting a little bit too ahead of himself. Just because he created Alpha doesn't give him the right to basically erase Alpha, and he thinks that he has all the right in the world to do whatever he wants. And when Alpha finds out, if Alpha finds out, this is where Alpha is going to turn on Spider-Man and turn on the world, because he's going to think everybody wants to take away his powers. And he said in this issue, I don't want to be a nobody again. So he goes back to, he's going to do anything he can. He'd rather die, he said in this issue, than lose his Alpha powers. So is Spider-Man willing to kill Alpha? No. So we'll see what happens here. But either way, Spider-Man's going to be made out to be the bad guy, all because Pete decided that he has the right to say whether Alpha's worthy or not to be Alpha. And finally this week we have Hawkeye #2. The issue just keeps getting better and better. Matt Fraction knows how to write Hawkeye really well. I was saying, as long as the writing's good, the artwork I've already stopped noticing. Hawkeye and, oh my god, why did her name slide right through my mind at this moment? Kate Bishop. End up going on a, there are signs all over the town. He's like, whenever people do this, that means that something big's going to happen. So him and Kate go to the Whimsical by Cirque du... No, whatever,
Is
it's French.
German?
And it's basically French, where all the big head crooks go, like Kingpin and everybody else. And turns out the guy that's running the entire circus also was a protege to the person that taught Hawkeye how to be the living weapon he is today. And it turns out this guy's trying to steal from them. Hawkeye foils his plans along with Kate. A lot of action that goes on in this issue. And it basically ends with, and I don't understand where this is going. Kate is a 16-year-old girl, and I love how he's like, you're rich. She's like, so are you now. And he's like, because I don't want to sleep with you. Well, good, you're old enough to know how creepy that would be. Really? And all throughout the issue, he's kind of flirting with her in a way. And it's like he's in his late 20s to maybe early 30s, and she's in 16. Or earlier than that. Yeah, it's kind of creepy. And what happens is Kingpin actually finds out that Clint Barton of the Avengers had just... He says Clint Barton of the Avengers had just robbed us all. I suggest we begin workshop solutions. And basically Clint's going on a thing, and Kate wants to go with him. No matter what. He's trying to talk her out of it, and she's like, I'm in. He's like, okay, good. She's like, good, and good night, and bye. Unless she meant about the Avengers. This part was kind of a little sketchy for me. I just read this right before this review, and I'm exhausted right now, so I'm sorry, guys. I had to reread the ending. I forgot I didn't read the last 2 pages. After the live cast, I realized I didn't read the last 2 pages. It's just really good. I'm looking forward to what happens next. I believe Kate's going to be with him for a while now in this series, because in the next cover it has 2 people. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next. No. No.
On the bottom here. Dark Solo tear here.
No.
Oh.
So for those of you who didn't know, when Hawkeye was running around as Arsenal, I believe it wasn't Arsenal. What did they call him? What did they call himself? When Hawkeye wasn't Hawkeye, Kate Bishop was the second Hawkeye. Then when Hawkeye came back, Kate Bishop became nothing.
Wow.
So basically, she's working with Hawkeye now as his partner, so to speak. I don't know if she'll get a new name at some point through this series, but oh, Ronin. When Hawkeye was running around as Ronin instead of Hawkeye, she became the second gen Hawkeye, and now he's Hawkeye again. And I believe she's Hawkeye too. Whatever. She's working with him. She's younger than him. She's a little bit faster than him, and he actually says in this book she reminds him a lot of himself, which makes not wanting to sleep with her even creepier. That he's actually thinking about it. But he's a womanizer. Everybody knows that. Kat mentioned it on the live cast. He is a womanizer. I mean,
did Mike mention it too?
Yeah,
he mentioned it too.
He's been around town. Okay, he's been around town. Even in the Avengers, he's with Spider-Woman right now. Before Spider-Woman, who was he with? I forgot. But she was on the Avengers also. Was it Miss Marvel?
Or was it Black Widow?
No, he made out with Black Widow though.
Yeah, that.
Black Widow's with Bucky.
Yeah, I know that. I'm trying to.
Maybe it was Miss Marvel.
I think it was Miss Marvel. Or was it?
Whoever else. Whatever.
I don't know.
He's been with a lot of women.
Tired.
So yeah. And that's it for this week's Dark Avenger comic book review. Absolutely, this is my pick for Marvel of the week among most books. And we'll see where Alpha's going. So, Mike?
Yep. So this is where I get up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. That's it, guys. We are
guys.
officially done with issue or episode number 149. Next week is the 150th Dark Avenger comic book review. There's a nice amount of comic books. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Finally, issue 2 is coming out, as well as continuing the Zero issues for DC. Continuing forward with a lot of the Marvel books, as well as Avengers vs. X-Men issue 11. Looking forward to it a lot. I'm going to try my hardest. If I get them on Friday, I'm going to spend the entire night reading them so I could celebrate on Saturday my 150th review, as well as get you guys that special part 3 up for the special video set that I'm doing before every one of these episodes. Don't forget 149 it has its special part. I didn't record it yet, but it's going to be uploaded before this video, so if you didn't see it, when this is over, go over to that video and check it out too. So, let's get this week's over with. Hawkeye, number 2. Really good. I highly recommend you check out Hawkeye. Amazing Spider-Man 693. Pete's making mistakes. It's up to you guys. I enjoyed it. I'd say check it out. It's leading into 700. The Punisher, number 15.
Great issue and a shocking ending.
Invincible Iron Man 524. If you haven't been reading Iron Man, wait till Marvel now. But if you've been reading it, you know it's good. Deadpool issue 60. Flaming asshole. That's all I'm going to say. X Factor.
The team just keeps leaving, but it's a great issue. Can't wait to see what happens next for the X Factor team.
And this is 243.
243, yes.
Mighty Thor issue 19 was pretty good, but not too many people are interested in Thor. I hope that when Marvel Now happens, people take a try at Thor. He's really fun. Avengers Academy 36, pretty good. Venom 24, he just cannot get through this possession, can he? I'd advise you guys wait for the next story arc. Dark Avengers 180 is the reason why I have the hugest headache in the world right now, and probably why my eyes are half masked. For the first X-Men, I'm going to read it over again, but a lot of people aren't interested in it. I like it, so I leave it up to you guys. This is an up to you. Swamp Thing and Animal Man issue 0 are my pick of the weeks from DC's 0 issues, followed by Green Lantern issue 0. Earth 2 issue 0 is up to you guys. Action Comics, I'm not recommending. Green Arrow issue 0.
Recommended, shows a great origin story of Green Arrow.
And I highly recommend Smallville issue number 5. Silk Spectre is up to you guys. I'm glad it's only one more issue. Fugitoid number 8 is the last part, I believe, to the Micro series of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I highly recommend that, as well as Transformers Regeneration 1 number 83. I almost said 183. Robots in Disguise number 9, I leave up to you guys. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Color Classics number 4.
Excellent.
It's an excellent book. It's oldies stories being reprinted in color. I leave it up to you guys, but I love me my TMNT. And Garfield number 5, just to put it out there. If you like Garfield, you'll be reading it. If not, you won't. If you have not already, there's a subscribe button above. Huge weekend next weekend with my 150th Dark Avenger comic book review. I hope you guys are here to enjoy my comic review and celebration with me, as I'm going to enjoy shooting the comic review for you guys. Keep your eyes peeled. I don't know if I might do something live on Saturday. Keep your eyes open on my bulletins as well as my Twitter, as well as the Dark Avenger Inc. fan page. I don't like calling it a fan page on Facebook. I like to call it a follow page on Facebook, even though we all know it's a fan page. Dark Avenger Inc. has its Twitter, which is where basically we upload a video on YouTube. It shows up on the Twitter. We're not posting little things on it because on our individual Twitters we do that. Even if we do something on Dark Avenger Inc., we do it on our own Twitter. So just follow us on our own Twitters. If you want to know when we're uploading a video through Twitter, you can friend Dark Avenger Inc. The fan page, or follow page, but it's called a fan page, the official name for Dark Avenger Inc. is on the Dark Avenger Inc. channel. You click the link, take you to the fan page, like it, and you'll be attached to whenever we upload a video, we post it there. Whenever we write an article, it'll be posted there. And any articles that we feel are important that you guys should check out, we'll be posting it there. I posted articles from CBR, as well as there have been articles posted from Comic Vine, pictures. You know, if you guys want to communicate with us, we'll be there. And yeah, new stuff for Dark Avenger Inc. all the time, so definitely please go over to Dark Avenger Inc. and give that channel a subscribe as well. Huge things coming for that channel. And comments, I love them. Long, short, medium, questions, likes, dislikes, feel free to leave all of the above, and I will get back to you guys as soon as I can, which basically is the day after or a couple of hours after, whenever I get a chance to check out YouTube. But I love comments, and if you want to show YouTube you like this video by favoriting it, because I don't do thumbs up and down, because yeah, there's that activity from time to time. So guys, take care, keep reading, keep collecting. I will see you guys really soon for the 150th Dark Avenger comic book review. As I said, keep your eyes peeled. On Saturday I might do something live, I might not. It's really up in the air. I have to plan it out. It's not a huge 150. I'm not making a huge. And for those of you who didn't notice, I am going to correct myself. I said after the 152nd episode, it would be 50 episodes. It would be a year left until my Dark Avenger comic book review number 200. That is actually not true. It's 2 weeks back. So right now I should be counting down with 51 weeks left until my 200th Dark Avenger comic book review. Next week it will be 50 weeks, which is a year minus 2 weeks. So basically my Dark Avenger 200th is going to be at the end of August, the beginning of September, depending on time, because it's going to be 50 episodes from now. So from next week. So we'll see. But countdown actually for 52 weeks has already begun. We're at 51 right now weeks. So a year minus a week. So look forward to that in a year. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed this comic book review. I'll see you guys real soon for the special part video. Take care everybody. See you there.
Later guys.
Or I'll see you before this, so I'll see you guys in the next video soon.
Later guys.
Later.